Hey, welcome to Integrated Preparedness. I'm Steve Smith. I forgot to bring my tripod out here, so I'll just have to hold this in my hand and see what I can do. There's a youngins coming back from some kind of whatever they were doing downstream there. Um, with all this stuff going on with the lockdowns and the COVIDs, and different people are have different concerns about it, and it really depends on um, the information that they have. Um, some are extremely worried about what's going on. Some aren't worried at all, and I'm not going to come down on any of them for however they feel on that, because it really does have to do with the amount of information and what they're exposed to. And I think everybody's making their best judgments on it. Hopefully so. There are some who are taking what I consider to be an unreasonable position on these things, and very often, like in anything else, that comes from a limitation of information, and just falling in love with their opinion. I'm going to make another video on that here one of these days. But it is a danger that everybody has to watch out for. If you don't keep your mind open to new information so that you can adjust your opinions as new information comes out, of course you want to verify that. You're going to be stuck in living a life according to unsupported opinion instead of decisions supported by facts. Anyway, regardless of that, I was just talking to a couple of friends of mine, actually. One who just I just called him. Turned out he's down in Cape Girardeau, down in the boot heel of Missouri, trading in his camper for a bigger camper, because his family is spending more and more time. I shouldn't say camper, I should say trailer. His family is spending more and more time doing the outdoor things, loving being on the road, and spending time together. I've talked to other friends who say that this really, this downtime, this enforced downtime, has been a great blessing to them and their families, and I'll have to agree with that. I think it has been a great blessing. We all tend to become busy. I have a much more laid back life than most, but I still get busy. I don't like to be busy. I'm one of those people that doesn't have to always have something to do. I love the relaxation and the things that I get to do during those times of relaxation. But more people have been forced to kind of slow down when they're used to trying to fill up every minute of their day. And they found that this slowdown has been very helpful. Certainly helpful in an emotional and psychological way. It brought us back to the speed at which I think it's more healthy to live. We've been spending a lot of time down here in the woods. We live, as many of you know, in kind of an outer suburb. There are reasons that I live in the suburbs, that we live in the suburbs. We prefer it that way. I've lived in different places, and everybody has their own preferences, and I don't know if I'll get into that sometime, but there are a number of reasons that we live here. But we live in an area that allows us to get to, there's a lot of open spaces, a lot of green spaces, a lot of streams and creeks and lakes, and pretty much whatever kind of country we want to get to, we can find it down here. What are they doing over there? Yeah. So they've been coming down here. We've been building a lot of campfires. We've been cooking out a lot. They've been swinging on these vines over the creek. The son number 2 just found out why you don't put your weight and hang on to a dead tree limb trying to get across the creek. And he'll dry out in a couple hours because it's kind of a cool day. But that was a lesson that you don't get unless you're out here, right? My point on all this is that I want to switch hands here. Where'd the big one go? He's back there. There he is. My point on this, for the most part, is regardless of what situation you're in, regardless of the challenges, it's important to focus on and maintain a high quality of life. And it's possible. You know, there's a lot of people out there worrying about a lot of things. A lot of people upset about a lot of things. And it's not that I don't keep tuned in. It's not that I don't keep abreast of what's going on and have my own concerns. I do. But your daily life is extremely important. And it's extremely important that you not let yourself get twisted around by worries and concerns and being upset about things, again, over which you have no control. That's a common theme that I talk about. You know, if you don't have control over it and you're not doing anything about it, that if you're just winding yourself up to be upset or worried or whatever, you're doing yourself a disservice, and it's not good for you physically, mentally, or emotionally. So I'm not saying don't be concerned. I'm not saying don't be worried, and I'm not even saying, you know, if you feel like you're in a fighting mood, I'm not even saying don't do that. What I'm saying is that along with all that, maintain a mental equilibrium and make sure that every day, let's just see, she's back over there going somewhere or other. Where are you going, Morgie? Where are you going? All right. Make sure that every day you are concentrating, you know, as you give some attention to these other things, make sure that you're concentrating on those things that are most important. And that is the joys that you get from your family, from your life, the life God gave you, the blessings that He has surrounded you with. And those will be your focus. And if you keep those at the front of your mind, you'll be able to deal with these other things a lot better. And you'll feel better doing it. You'll be mentally and emotionally stronger to do it. But, you know, getting yourself too wound up about things that are beyond your control is not going to help anybody. So they're down here. There's a fort down here in the woods, and there's a creek, and they're fine. Are you having a good time?
Yeah.
Hi. Yeah. Hi.
Hi, YouTube.
The big one's out there in the woods somewhere. So anyway, I just wanted to because I've talked about this with a lot of friends, and you know, have stressed that whatever's going on in the world around you, if you can do something about it, fine, that's good. If you can't, keep an eye on it so you know how to protect yourself from it. But above all, never let go of your primary focus of maintaining and even improving your quality of life. So I'll let you go with that, and have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.